some shots at them and taking some shots at the other person left in the 1v1 as well.
Awesome. Looks like we're hopping back into game number 3 today. Just like that, we are back on the battle bus and ready to go.
Hopefully this time we ain't got any problems. A different bus pass for you guys, and already seeing more names than what we saw last game. So I believe we do have things fixed, which is all nice and dandy. We get to see all these players kicking it off head to head in what is the 3rd game of Gamers Without Borders for day 2. We got one more after this, and then a couple more in the next coming days. So let's see where people are going, where people are landing, where people are contesting, Clay.
Ooh, a lot more names this time around. Draftel and Senpai back to Tilted Towers. They go. Synapse Station still got a couple players there. Condo Canyon going to have a couple around it as well. Sanctuary going to be completely open, Levin.
Already seen Rocky Rose go down from early, which isn't great whatsoever. That means NM7 is going to be left alone to fight for himself. We already saw Petgor and Rampage win this fight in the previous game here at Synapse Station. And so can they do the 2 out of 2? Or will this fight go into the hands of their opponents this time round?
I don't know. I mean, they're already disengaging. They got a good distance away. I think they'll be fine. And as I say that, of course, Rampage and Peck are going to be aggressive and going to use that tactical sprint slide combo just to keep trying to push this team out of Synapse Station.
Yeah, they're not letting it up. They're trying to line up those shots, and maybe they do have it. Still waiting for that crack, and it comes through, and this isn't looking too good whatsoever. Yeah, not much they can do there. And you can hear it. Oh. The laugh emote comes out. I think that might be my least favorite one to hear after I go down. Just someone mockingly laughing at you. Oh dear.
Oh, I would agree. I'd take the L over being donkey laughed on any day of the week. That one's insult to injury. Take the L I could get behind, but a donkey laugh, you hit me with that one. Oh, that one hurts. Grev's got an interesting loadout there. A very new shock into the game, has the LMG here, and it's gonna get punished for not leaving that POI early.
Yeah, this loadout is absolutely horrible. I'm just gonna say it. It is not great. He's gonna need a significant upgrade, and fast and soon, because yeah, you do not want to be heading into any sort of engagements with that type of loot.
Moving over towards the fortress. One of my, I'd have to say, you know, you asked me yesterday what my favorite POI is, Daily Bugle. I'm gonna have to retract that, Levin. You know, I went back, thought about it. Fortress, hands down, my favorite POI.
Yeah, Fortress is very interesting. Got a bit of a buff as well in terms of the recent competitive updates. So I expect this spot to be a lot stronger, sorry, in the regular competitive playlist, which is interesting. So looking forward to seeing some more action taking place at the Fortress. In the meantime, we got Helen and Vizzy on the dash, trying to get away right now. But not so much success, because they will be pincered in underneath this bridge, and the HP is quickly dwindling. But actually, Helon turning the tables a bit, forcing his opponent to just have to scurry away. But eventually will be taken out, and with Vizzy being such low HP, he won't last too long. That will be the end of their game. That's pretty unfortunate for those guys.
Yeah, and everyone is being pretty aggressive. Wazi's trying to make sure that they don't get run over here. It will connect on a lot of shots, and that Anvil rocket launcher shot, as Clapsy's trying to just repair the damage there, but you can't really do it. And one thing to note, nice elimination coming through will save their teammate Goated if they can get there quick enough. One thing to note is you notice that explosion got rid of the cow catcher. It does so much damage that it gets rid of them. So it's a very good play there by Wazzy.
You got some beef over here at Logjam. Trick shots. Trying to hide. Find an opportunity maybe to sneak out a little 1v1. I don't know if Soriano will be expecting it. Of course, they already had a fight here, which they partially won. They've picked up one elimination on Q and D. But will they expect trick shots to be lurking around the edges of Logjam, ready to pounce? That is the ultimate question moving forward for them.
They've got Samson right there on the other side. They gotta be careful, and seems like they'll hold off for now as we move over to Grav and company. They are trying to take on Modest and just run away. And wait a minute. Wait a minute. What?
There is no more Daily Bugle. It's just a volcano.
And see, I think someone took a vehicle with a cow catcher or a tank through here, and they just got rid of all the buildings. This is what I was talking about. What I did yesterday, like what I used to do with Tilted. I would just go there and get rid of everything.
Well, there's the answer to our question. Soriano was not expecting it, and so he goes down. Some fishy in a 1v1 that he probably will be able to win. Yes, he will, and then subsequently picking up Soriano. So, trick shots. His attempt to hide and get a knock definitely worked. In terms of getting in the limb after that, not as successful, and so that will be the end of his game. And I guess it's just a go next for them, unfortunately.
You can tell they had no idea he was there. Like you said, I find that honestly hilarious when you see ambush plays like that happen and everyone just gets caught utterly off guard. It's so funny to me to see because, right, like you're hyper aware. You're like, oh, they could be hiding in this bush. Oh, there's someone around here. And then it gets to that point where you just kind of forget about it. And then right when you forget about that there's someone nearby, that's when they get you.
Yeah, and you can see this zone here pulling all the way towards Camp Cuddle on the west. Literally only one team in zone. So this is very, very interesting. I don't think this is something that I've seen much of in my time watching Fortnite. But we'll see how this plays out. Almost every team having to rotate into zone. I'm sure that's going to go perfectly well. A load of teams in the zone as well, fighting at all at it as well, which is very interesting. Oh dear, they hate a reboot. He wants to get in on it. The reboot actually going through is going to be good for them because it gives them another potential opportunity to get an elimination. But they have to get the elims first. Let me not speak too soon. Speedy and Monkey, our winners from last game. Got to be careful.
They're getting aggressive from BDFO and King, but it's honestly not worth it. Because there's another team on the other side of them as well. Like, I mean, 11, this reminds me back in the day in EU when we would see the Shark holdouts by, it was 4ZR and CR, correct?
Yep, Mitro versus 4ZR back in the day.
Yeah, they would just sit there at Shark, continue, and I mean, that's one way to get your teammate to a protected area, right? I guess, Lemon?
Yeah. Work to perfection, really, isn't it? It's just beat them away. I like it. These guys looking in better shape this time round. Drafter and Senpai sitting up above that tilted blimp. And with all the players that are going to have to be rotating in from the east, this is a really nice position to be in. If they maybe want to get some cheeky eliminations, we know how good they are at hitting their shots.
but they got to. And unfortunately, sometimes, you know, in Fortnite, you have those days where you have just an amazing set of like shots come through, and then today may be the day where they don't have that aim. And we go over to Camp Cuddle, which is the direct center of the zone. This will be an interesting one because Camp Cuddle has got a lot of little mountains around it, so they have to be careful.
Yeah, any of these teams that can prioritize these positions up on the hill are going to be in such a good position. You can see Epic Mash are doing that, but out of the zone. Maybe you want to try doing that in the zone, boys. And this is the benefit of it, right? You can see Modisk and SNW just being up on this elevation just means that they can rain in shots on Gentle and FHD. With FHD going down, Gentle will shortly follow, but they actually weren't able to get the elimination, I don't think. I think it was stolen, actually, so yeah, it was stolen. Unfortunate. And now actually you're seeing Modisk having some problems getting into zone themselves.
Oh no, they I was gonna say don't have a lot of room to work with, but S&W does have the ability to repair this vehicle, but Modus is gonna go down. S&W will get some shots off, but they are trapped between a rock and a hard spot as the Exafite falls too.
Yeah, this is really rough. And this is exactly what I was talking about when I was saying, like, all these players having to try to get into zone is just going to be so complicated. All of them side by side, they can't coexist with each other well. The Shockwave players will come in, forcing people away. And all hell is breaking loose right now. This is really awkward for a lot of these guys. And it's going to keep getting awkward. The zone continues to pull towards the west, so it doesn't get any easier.
This is gonna be a great zone. I think I've made it known before that I love zones that challenge players, right? And I mean, let's be real here. Steamy Stack zones in the past, the Volcano zones from Chapter 1, Daily Bugle zones. I love them, Levin, because it's unconventional. We don't get to see them often, and it makes players challenge themselves to a level that we don't see.
You sure we don't get them often, man? I feel like we see those zones all the time.
Look, I mean, we used to not get them as often, but now it seems like we do get them all the time. Is Senpai gonna be caught out here? Draftel had to use a shockwave to try to help him, and whoo, they got away.
I love that from Draftel. Tried to use a shockwave to help, but then also just dropped behind him, right, so that he could tank the shots, protect his teammate, using himself as an actual human shield to protect his teammate in that instance. That's a really nice team play from these two, and they're going to stay in the game as a result of it. 3 eliminations already. I wouldn't be surprised to see that continue to rise, though.
Oh, and I like what FKS is trying to do. They're trying to get onto those rafters there, like Hero and Vagnar have done. But I don't know if they can. We kind of saw this yesterday where someone was just in, it was like a small little farm, and they had hopped up on those rafters. And that's the kind of creativity you have to have when you're playing no build, because as you can see, someone could just come through and level the ground floor. Soriano gonna be taken down pretty low HP wise, I think it's sitting on 1 HP.
He's half an HP point. Well, he was a 1 HP. Interesting.
They're gonna find a player. No shot, they just found someone. Soriano's gonna go down because of it. There's no way.
I don't even know what I'm watching right now. You might want to get out of that vehicle, buddy. And I don't think the shockwave was the play. Gets out by the skin of his teeth. But something tells me the trouble's not done yet. Kakarot just on his back. You just gotta be careful. This is not a great spot to be in at all.
Oh my gosh, that I don't know how they got out and were able to even just stay up for a little bit. And oh, sniper shot, not gonna connect. Sniper shot, not gonna connect.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Somehow still able to stay up.
Oh dear. Yep. Eventually, it was only a matter of time until they hit the shots necessary. Speedy will actually be the one to do it, our winner from the last game. They're still in this one. And the lobby started to dwindle a bit. We just got 9 teams remaining in this one. 18 players left. So we got nothing but duos left, but as we know in this mode, you can go from being a duo to being a solo rather quickly.
I'm sorry, I was just so caught off guard by how quickly Clutcher went down there. It seemed like they had a great setup and they were just taken out. Oh, they gotta be careful though. Only 3, or it seemed like 6 more shots left in that sniper, and we're getting to the point where it'll be really good for them to have it because everyone's gonna be looking for these vehicle rotations. If they double hit it, it will take it down pretty low. And oh, see, exactly that. They gotta be really careful. And well, it's not gonna be their teammate. So I'm intrigued to see how this plays out, Evan.
I've seen these kind of plays happen quite a bit, and it's a lot more common than you'd expect. We've not seen it much in these games, but I've definitely seen this. Do you know what it's called, bro? It's called quid pro quo. You know, something for something. You let me chill in this car. I might have a blowtorch. I'll repair it if someone shoots at it. But I think they come to the engineer agreement. Like,
they definitely did.
Yeah.
They ended up getting the elim for it as well.
Oh no, Monkey actually goes down. He burns to a crisp. And so Speedy now left as a solo. That's unfortunate.
And look, Draftel and Senpai able to come back from whatever they were in and just throw them.
That's nasty, isn't it?
There's no hiding there. Yeah. This is why they're on 7 elims. Oh, no, wait, Draftel. Wasting a lot of cow catchers there. It's still up, but jeez, I mean, they're just playing out of their mind right now.
Yeah, this is interesting. It feels like only a moment ago I was saying that there was 9 teams left. Now we're down to 4, half of that, or less than half. And even less players there to deal with. Mori and Kakarot have done a brilliant job up to this point. But the job is not finished. I like their positioning up on this hill. It gives them a lot of vision, a lot of options. But they've got to be careful because Snowy is right next to Mori there. Snowy in the zone, using that med mist like you said. And he's doing a great job of just staying alive. I think he's just trying to wait for people to sort of take each other out. But this is where we want to start seeing people making use of them sort of bush players, just hiding if you can, staying out of plain sight. Drafter, you've got to be careful. The rock's not there to protect you anymore, my friend. Kakarot doing a brilliant job of using the heavy sniper to get that out of the way. And so Balor, again, just trying to stay alive as long as possible, trying to make sure he can just finesse his way into a top 2. But it just seems less likely as the time goes by. And eventually he gets taken out. Drafter will be the one to do the final blow. But this is very interesting. 2 teams we've seen do plenty of damage in this tournament thus far, Clay. And they're going to be going off against each other in the final moments.
This is a great standoff there. And Senpai is just going to find that elimination to come through. That's going to be the knock. Mori on the other side. Draftel is trying to put the damage down. Cannot connect there. Goes back over to Senpai. They're taking the L. They know they got this one in the bag. The BM coming through. Cowcatcher going to be thrown down. The shots for Mori are there. He's almost doing it. They may be able to clutch up and...
Pickaxe! The pickaxe, oh my goodness. He whips out the pickaxe in the final moment. No respect, no regard whatsoever for his opponent's feelings. The ultimate disrespect in Fortnite. You hate to see it, or maybe you love it, depending on who you are. What a way to finish the game, Clay.
I have no words for that. They knew the moment that it was a 2v2, they were going to win that game. And I mean, why not go out in style, right, Levin?
These guys, their confidence is